Welcome to the Podgressives podcast, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. My name is Dakota, and I run a YouTube channel called Dakota Talks, and this is my new political podcast. This is my co-host over here, Ryder.
Hello, guys. I'm Ryder. I'm just do this podcast. I've been doing this podcast.
He doesn't have a platform.
Yeah, I don't have a platform.
Now he does.
Yeah, now I do. Potentially a platform.
Yeah.
I just work, all the boring stuff that no one likes.
Yep. So we are going to be doing political coverage on this podcast now. We are two progressive people. Yeah. I would classify myself as a socialist. I'm a
centrist.
Ryder's a centrist. No, we're not centrist.
I would say that I'm definitely not a centrist. I'm definitely maybe a little far left than a Democrat.
Oh, he's a radical.
I just believe in free healthcare.
What the hell?
And then
so you're some dirty commie?
Yeah, the government helping people.
What the fuck?
And not funding wars.
Get the fuck out. Yeah. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
No,
shirt. I don't know if you guys can see, but
oh hell yeah! I got my Zoran Mamdani shirt on today as well. I just got it in the mail 2 days ago. It's not official because he wasn't selling them actually. He was literally like, "We hit our cap. We don't want any more money for our campaign for the primary." I was like,
"Wow,
damn, okay." Yeah. So I am someone who's recently kind of been politically developing a lot over the past couple of years. And I've found myself to be in a position where I feel very progressive, very left.
Yeah, you've
I have 1,000 books. I just suddenly, I don't know what clicked. It was when the election was coming up in 2024. I suddenly was like, I need to focus on this a little bit. It's very important. And next thing you know, I get really into it, and I autistically almost focus on it. I genuinely think I might be autistic. Nothing wrong with it. I think I might be a little bit autistic because of the way that I hyper focus on everything, and am sometimes antisocial a little bit. But politics has been my recent hyper focus, and I want to talk about it. I can't stop talking about it on my Instagram. I can't stop talking about it on my YouTube channel. I can't stop talking about it to people in my real life. And so it only made sense that we sit down and have a podcast where we talk about it all the time.
And also,
it'd be a nice outlet.
Yeah. And also our podcast that we had before was just kind of comedy and just that. And then we started sprinkling some news in there, and we're like, okay, we can't just not talk about most of this stuff. So we just hey,
we used to do this podcast. It was called a different name, and we were doing just comedy, but eventually it was impossible to ignore everything going on in the world around us.
Yeah.
And so we were we need to rebrand and do this full time. So here we are.
We're here. We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're going to be talking about just the headlines and everything going on in the world, in the United States, all the terrible stuff, all the good stuff as well. And from a leftist progressive position. And I had this thought when we were saying we were going to start this political podcast where I thought, are we actually qualified to talk about these things? And then I thought about it and I was like, Joe Rogan has the biggest podcast in the world. We're more qualified than Joe Rogan. I'm going to be honest. I'm 18 years old. I think I'm way more qualified to talk about half this stuff than Joe Rogan is. So I think we're fine. And
gosh.
Just to be clear, we're sharing opinions. We're going to be reading things and showing videos from mainstream articles and mainstream outlets and non-mainstream outlets as well. And we're going to try to just share our opinions. So don't take everything we say as fact, but I think we do have validity in sharing our opinions on our platform. So let's just get started.
Okay, let's
start with Epstein.
Let's start with Epstein. So
Epstein killed himself. That's what happened, and that's the end of the story. Right. Stop talking about it because why are you questioning this?
Stop talking about it, you losers.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
The child sex trafficking ring that implicates some of the most powerful people in our world and government is pretty boring, and I don't know why anyone cares about it, is what Trump says.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't been following the situation, Epstein, ever heard of this guy? He had an island. He victimized thousands of minors with sexual assault, with human trafficking. Terrible, terrible person. Did terrible things.
Yeah.
And he happened to somehow, as the great financier, become super rich enough to buy an island and do all this crazy shit. But also knew so many elites in not only the American government, but in other governments as well. Prince Andrew was affiliated with Epstein very directly. I believe the former prime minister of Israel.
Yeah, who Barack
Yeah, he was also
he like dressed up in like put a mask over his face, sneaking into his New York.
Was that after he was charged or like?
That was after. It was in like 2017 or so. It was like actually kind of pretty recent-ish.
And and then also of course Donald J. Trump is implicated. There's dozens and dozens
there's
of
like
pictures of
so
him
many videos of him
with not only Epstein but also Ghislaine Maxwell and all of these people that surround Epstein.
I wish you will.
There's quotes of Donald Trump literally saying that Epstein has a great social life, including many, many women, some of which are on the younger side. And also Epstein said that Donald Trump was like his best friend and had been for a long time. A lot of terrible things. Also, not only a Republican issue by any means. Bill Clinton, very implicated. Bill Clinton's daughter had Ghislaine Maxwell at her wedding. Pretty insane situation as well.
Guest.
When Ghislaine Maxwell was charged with, or when she was facing her trial, Trump said, "I wish her well," and everyone was like, "Hey, what do you mean you wish her well?" And he's like, "I wish everyone well, unless you're brown. Then I hope you die, and I want you out of this country." So we're gonna be getting into that. I just wanted to give that a little bit of a background. That's the situation. It's been a bit of a cover up from what a lot of people think because when Epstein was arrested, which I believe was during the first Trump administration, back in I don't even know
2016.
I don't know when he had actually got arrested, but it was during that administration.
Yeah, it was like 2016, 2015, 2016, I think.
And when he was arrested, he was in prison, and before you know it, he died in prison, and he was in a suicide-proof cell.
Suicide-proof cell. I've heard there's like suicide-proof blankets.
There was. And
a lot of stuff like that.
Despite all of that, he managed to kill himself, allegedly. And it happened to be that the security guard was asleep. And it also happened to be that the security cameras cut out for those like 2 minutes while he happened to be committing suicide in the suicide-proof cell with the suicide-proof blankets. He also broke his own neck. And anyways, some examiners have said that it looked more like a homicide than a suicide. There is a lot of questions around the legitimacy of Epstein's death. I think very valid ones. I don't think it's honestly that much like that far-fetched of a conspiracy. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but I think this is a pretty cut and dry. Something's going on here. There was a fucking elite pedophile child sex trafficker who was being charged with that crimes that he committed, implicating some of the world's most powerful people on the planet, and suddenly he disappeared while the video was cutting out in a suicide-proof cell. Why would he have committed suicide? He had all this blackmail on people. He probably would have been able to get a pretty good deal, I would think.
I mean, yeah, he did. He got a good deal, I think.
The first time he got charged, he got a really good deal. He was he could leave on the weekends or something.
Yeah, literally. There was dude, it was he was under house arrest during the week, and then on the weekends he'd go to jail from Saturday to Sunday, and then he'd I'm
clocking into jail.
Yeah,
I'll be back to traffic children in a couple days.
Yeah,
dude, that's insane.
It's crazy because there's a documentary on Netflix that it came out during COVID, I guess the year after that he killed himself, and he literally was people knew he was charged, and it was this tiny rich community in Florida, I think, and he was just
who was the Attorney General of Florida during that administration.
Was it some Pam person?
It was Pam Bondi. I'm pretty sure who was the Attorney General at the time.
Well, I know because in the documentary he was everyone was oh, he's charged, but he's walking out around, just kind of chilling.
He was given.
I think he would drive himself to jail, or someone would drop him off on the weekends, and it's crazy.
He had a lot of stuff on a lot of people.
Yeah.
Regardless of who you are, I think everyone knows that. Yeah. Everyone agrees on that. And this situation is actually very consequential because it's uniting a lot of people right now. That it's uniting MAGA and leftists, which is crazy.
It's insane.
That never happens.
Yeah.
It's uniting every single person because it's not a left or right issue. It's a working people versus fucking wealthy elite people in our government.
It's it
is honestly, I think one of the most consequential things recently in terms of helping some Americans in this country actually develop some kind of class consciousness in some way, shape, or form.
It's also crazy because no one really knows what he does or what
Yeah,
he
they don't
did.
really. No one really knows how he got all of his money.
All you hear is like disgraced former financier Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in a cell and go to bed. Don't shut up. Don't say anything about it.
Yeah, and what Trump ran on was partially that he would release the Epstein files, even though he actually didn't really say he was going to do that. He actually said when he was asked in the campaign trail, they said, you know, you're going to release the JFK files? He said, oh, of course, I'm going to release them all. And then they said, well, what about the Epstein files? And he said, yeah, I think so.
He's like,
but, maybe not that one so much
because there's a lot of phony stuff in there.
There's a lot of phony stuff in there. But despite that, they cut that part out in Fox News and stuff like that.
Oh, dang.
So, is what I've heard. And also just he gave off the impression that he was not implicated and that he was going to be releasing this information because that's what a lot of MAGA people want. And people like Dan Bongino, like Kash Patel, like
they ran
Joe Rogan, all of these people, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino happen to be directly in the government of the Donald Trump administration as like Kash Patel is the FBI director of the Trump administration. This stuff is directly under his watch. And there's literally clips of fucking Kash Patel on podcasts going, they're asking him like, who has the list? And he goes, the FBI director has direct control over this and should release it. And then it's like, now he's in office going, it doesn't exist. with his like big ass fucking eyes. Like, it doesn't. I'm on Joe Rogan. He's like,
do you think I would hide something from you, Joe?
You think I would hide something?
I'm like, yeah.
He's like sweating.
Yeah.
Please believe me, Joe. Please. I need this. But no, he is the most unbelievable person ever, and him and Dan Bongino have directly been for years on their shows, being like, something is up. They need to release all of this. Why are they hiding this from us? And now they're in office going, trust me, man, it doesn't exist. Go stop talking about it.
Here's this like jail cell footage that we edited in a Premiere Pro.
That's the other thing. And I should have brought an article for this, but you guys can look into it if you'd like to. But they released jail footage or prison footage or whatever of security footage, saying it was raw, unedited footage, and in the metadata, it literally shows it was edited in Premiere Pro. Like, the fuck did they do to it?
It's just crazy.
But so, if you haven't seen, I'm sure you have, but they said they were going to be releasing all this stuff, and now they are in office, and they have literally said Epstein list doesn't exist.
Obama wrote it. James Comey wrote it.
It doesn't exist, but also Obama and Clinton wrote it. For some reason, Clinton decided to like put himself in there.
Clinton's like, oh, Hitler, I'm put myself in the list.
And I guess Obama, like, since Epstein got charged after the Obama administration, Obama like came back and was like, I'm gonna help you write the list. I can't do an Obama. I'm gonna help you write the list, Jack. I don't know what is he. That's like a mix of Obama.
That's Obama
and Biden wrote it.
Like, Biden wrote the list. The old guy that wasn't that wasn't awake past 6 p.m. wrote the list. He was up all night tirelessly.
His auto pen wrote the list. He auto penned the list. But God. They're saying that it doesn't exist and that also it was written by the Democrats.
And no one's believing it, not even his own base.
Because if they had fucking written the list, they would have fucking released it. The Democrats are like, they don't do shit a lot of times, and they don't know how to fucking use any issue ever most of the time. But this if they were fabricating something that was gonna expose Trump as a pedophile.
They wouldn't have to really fabricate it anyways.
Right, that's true. But even if they were doing that, like, I think the Democrats don't use stuff how they should, but I think if they had a list showing Donald Trump was a pedophile that they weren't implicated in any way, shape, or form, they would have immediately been like, he's a fucking pedophile. Don't vote for this guy. And it would have been like super successful. I think they would do that.
Yeah, maybe. Or they'd be like...
The problem is, it's not that they made it up. It's that they're also implicated, so they don't want to prove it. They don't want to show it either. So it's just super, super stupid, and I feel like it's a good thing.
I just think that, like, people don't want it out. Certain people don't want it out, like Donald Trump included. He's so
crazy about it, too.
Dude, he's, like, really nervous, especially...
So nervous.
Like, when he says, like, Obama wrote the list, like, that means... That means he's, like...
I didn't write it. I don't know who wrote it.
Some wasn't me.
Okay, so we have some, like, stuff that Ryder has sent me here. Like, okay, let's watch this. So, Trump calls his own supporters stupid people.
Talk about the Epstein hoax, and the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
They're stupid people. So that's just very telling already of where he's at. Well, Trump has been repeatedly saying very similar things to that. He
Yeah.
said that
He's like, I don't want your vote.
he said recently that like he doesn't know why it would be of interest to anybody, the Epstein stuff. I think I have this clip actually.
Have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled.
I don't understand why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
He's priming his base to be like,
Yeah.
oh, so some of it is incredible.
Yeah.
He's trying as hard as he humanly can to be like, the Democrats did some of it and it's not all
Yeah.
real. But no one fucking believes you. Dude.
Yeah, no, no
there's
one
like
does.
10 guys probably that are like hard ultra Trump dick riders that like are like, hell yeah, man, the Democrats wrote him, Bill Clinton wrote him himself.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's also crazy because
I
like,
commented on this. I said, yeah, why would a pedophile child trafficking ring implicating some of the most powerful people in our government that's seemingly being covered up by those same people be of interest to anybody?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Of course it's interesting.
It's also crazy because, dude, Donald Trump needs to wear sunglasses because he's like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Who fucking cares about Epstein? It's boring, to be quite frankly.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean it's boring? It's a fucking... This is implicating some incredible...
Oh, shit.
The Epstein stuff directly implicates people in our governments on both sides
Yeah.
and of other foreign governments. And if it does implicate them how we suspect it might, then it shows that they're fucking pedophiles. We don't want them controlling our fucking world. What are we
Yeah.
talking? This is a very interesting and important story, and you ran on releasing this, and now you're like, it's boring. I looked at it, I thought it would be cool, and that's why I ran on it, but then I was like, actually, it's kind of boring. So we're not going to talk
I
about
fell
it.
asleep looking at it.
I love Epstein. Oh my god.
Me and him were good friends. Me and Ghislaine Maxwell were great friends. There's
Dude,
there's many pictures of us together actually.
He's a fucking joke. He's a dude. He's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, Epstein, I don't think he killed himself.
Epstein, you know?
They also released the footage in it saying like, oh, he killed himself for sure. Like people who have been sitting here telling us the whole time that he didn't kill himself, something sketchy, they're covering something up.
Yeah.
Now we're literally sitting here telling us, stop asking for this information
Yeah.
that we've been asking for the whole time. And he killed himself 100%. We're not going to show you proof, but just believe us.
Just take our word for it. Take the people who are
And
potentially
just move on
implicated.
already.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
of
so
course,
stupid.
But this is a really, really, really good thing, I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because it is genuinely causing a fissure in the MAGA base and in like the Republican Party, where they've been so united for such a long time. Like,
No, yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
like what the Democrats do to us all the time.
Yeah.
We never have, like, we always have shit like this happen with the Democratic Party where they're like, we're gonna do something, we're kind of doing something, and then they get in office and we're like, oh, we don't really like what they're doing, but like it's better than I guess the other option.
Yeah.
But now this is like they're getting in office, saying they're going to do something, and they're just not doing it. And now the MAGA people are disappointed directly because usually Trump will be like, I'm going to make everything crazy. It's going to be awesome. And then he does what he said he was going to do, which was always just not going to do what he said it would do.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't do what he said it was going to do, he goes, it's because of the immigrants and Joe Biden. and then everyone's like, hell yeah, man, you're right. It's because Joe Biden did his auto pen. That's why the tariffs aren't making me wealthy, and that's why it's because of the immigrants that like I'm still lonely and my wife left me. It's like fucking goddamn. But this situation is so direct where it's like I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And he gets in office and goes, stop talking about it. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm not
what are you
gonna
talking
do
about?
it. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Go home.
So it's causing this like rift where even
Yeah.
like everyone that I know that's a Trump supporter has literally come to me with this and been like, what the fuck is going on? Like every
Yeah.
single one of them. I know what my friend Noah,
Yeah.
my friend who I won't name because he makes YouTube videos, but him and my other friend who I also won't name also makes YouTube videos, and I have 3 people that I know that are all Trump supporters at one
Yeah.
point at least. And now all 3 have come to me with the Jeffrey Epstein stuff being like, this is really weird. Why is he covering this up? This is rubbing me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I find that to be significant. You know, it's anecdotal, of course. It's very anecdotal, but I think it's everywhere right now where Trump, even fucking like media people like on the right wing, even Fox News is being like, hey, was your name on the list? And he's
Yeah.
like, no, it wasn't on the list. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't exist.
Obama made the list.
It doesn't exist and Obama wrote it.
Yeah. Dude, you can tell when like anytime Trump's like freaking out or just when he's freaking out and he's getting a little nervous because he'll just say the Democrats witch hunt not Stephen Miller.
Russia, the laptop from hell.
Yeah.
That's literally like
Biden's bathroom crack pipe.
Hunter Biden's bathroom. What if a bomb dropped on your head right now? I
Yeah.
love that clip so much. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to say about the Epstein
Oh,
stuff.
shit.
I mean, it's not obviously these MAGA people are not.
Dude, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Even Mike Johnson's like kind of jumping ship on defending Trump, or not defending Trump, but like just like saying
He said like we should release everything.
But then at the same time, all Republicans in the House voted against releasing the Epstein files. Like they all voted no.
I think it was like 2 of them didn't or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I wonder how many Democrats voted to release.
Well, the thing is, so I saw the like, what's that fucking boring ass news channel that just films the House floor?
Oh, C-SPAN?
C-SPAN. I saw that, and it's like the Democrats didn't vote on it or something. I don't know. Maybe I was reading the voting chart wrong, but I swear it was like the Republicans no. I don't know.
Huh.
But I don't know. I didn't really see that. I think it might have been just a sole like Republican vote or something.
I like that the
Anyways.
Democrats, like even like mainstream, like CNN and stuff like that, have
Yeah.
been like talking about how Trump is affiliated and how he said he was going to release it. And now he's not. Like they've
Yeah.
been talking about it, and I hope that in 2028 we see a Democrat get in office that's not implicated, maybe
Yeah.
like AOC or something like that, who is bold and has actual like values and things like that and actual missions.
Yeah.
And goes in there, campaigns on it like Donald Trump did, but better, and then also releases it and actually does it. Like that would be really, really good, I think. And I hope that happens, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, but no, I think it's, and also I want to talk about, this is kind of a good segue from that.
Yeah.
Tides are shifting. Oh, it feels
yeah.
like. Because people like Zoran Mamdani, actually, shout out Zoran.
Yeah.
If you're in New York City, fucking vote for Zoran.
The Podgressives endorse Zoran Mamdani.
Yeah, we
from
endorse
there.
Zoran Mamdani. I mean,
Yeah.
no, but like I think people like Zoran Mamdani are like honestly swaying a lot of people because
Oh yeah.
he's just being like, hey, we want to make your life better.
Yeah.
Republicans are not doing that, and we want to fucking help you. And people see that, and they're not like, oh, I love the Democrats now, but they're going like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like what he's saying. He sounds like he's speaking to what I want.
Yeah.
And then of course some of them are going like, he's a scary brown socialist communist Muslim.
Yeah.
And he's gonna do 9/11/7 and also like globalize the Intifada and
Globalize
also he's gonna do global jihad and put like a he's gonna put a hijab on the fucking like Statue of Liberty. Like
Yeah.
I think Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted like a picture, like
Ugh.
an AI picture of like it's like what the fuck
God.
are we doing? But of course some of them are like very Islamophobic and very like
Yeah.
anti-leftist and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the average person, like the average people who voted for like center person who's not normie, who's not involved in politics, doesn't really pay that much attention, but maybe voted for Trump this election, maybe voted for Joe Biden in 2020. The average person seeing what Zoran Mamdani is saying, if they're not predisposed to be like a super Islamophobic person,
Yeah.
they're probably gonna be like, hell yeah, I like what he's saying. And that's great. But then also on top of that, people are becoming disillusioned with Trump himself, I think, because of the Iran and Israel stuff, mainly. The Iran and Israel stuff and Epstein. On top of that, with the immigration raids because the videos and pictures coming out of that have been so visceral. And this happened in his first administration too, where it's like all of a sudden we started seeing kids in cages every day, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, this isn't what I wanted."
Yeah.
And then 4 years later, everyone was like, "I forgot what happened." I think
literally, that's what it is.
I think it was like a really like peaceful time back when Trump was in office. Let me vote for this.
People were talking about it during the election about like why Trump is
But fucking Biden was out there and Kamala Harris was out there going, "We're gonna do the strongest border bill like we tried to do, but Trump shot it down. We crafted the bill that was endorsed and written by the most conservative member of the Senate." It's like,
and they wonder why
talk about how he's gonna put kids in cages and fucking terrorize your neighbor.
Yeah.
Don't talk about how you're like he's right. Like,
I think the reason that some like people voted for Trump is just the affordability. Obviously, even though he
100%.
ran on it, he didn't do anything about it. He was never going to do anything about it. But also, people remember a time when America wasn't so unaffordable. It was kind of always unaffordable, but it wasn't like as bad. People could like
things have gotten progressively worse.
Yeah, literally
every year.
Every year after COVID, it was just
and even
like
before that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that's actually a good point. Yeah, COVID was a big catalyst where it's like people in 2016 when Trump was in office, it was pre-COVID, and then we had a COVID and everything went to shit. Everything's more expensive. Everything sucks, and now no one can afford anything, and now they're voting more radically because of that, and they want to see radical change. And the Democrats sit there and go, "We're going to do exactly what we've been doing the whole time and keep the system that exploits you and makes everything shitty for you."
Yeah.
And also we're going to have like no strong positions on anything that Trump is polling well on. We're just going to say he was right on, but we're going to do it in a woke way where we're going to be like, we're going to deport people, but we're going to do it with like a trans flag also.
Yeah.
It's like no one fucking wants that. We just want you to fucking fix our life, and you're not offering that. So Trump's there and he's like, "I'm the change candidate. I'm going to do some radical stuff." And everyone's like, "Hell yeah." That's why he won, of course. But people are starting to realize that he's going to be radically changing things, but maybe not in a way that they expected.
Yeah, like, oh god, sorry. He cut the Medicaid cuts that are coming. Apparently, I've heard that those aren't coming until like 2029.
They're going to be like, rolling out over years. So of course, by the time that they roll out, it's going to be like, it's literally. This
Can't the Democrats like repeal that or something?
I don't know, but I know that if they don't or whatever, it'll look like it's almost them because of when it takes place. So that's going to be bad. Assuming that they win back power or there is elections in the future.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But no, I think that people are starting to become a little bit less into it. Like our friend Noah.
He's changed completely.
It's so fucking funny.
He sends like to the group chat every once in a while.
Class war memes.
Class war, like eco-socialist stuff. I think one time,
dude, he just like straight up sending like meme pages that are like leftist all of a sudden. I had a lot of talks with him about this kind of stuff leading up to the election and post-election about like how Trump is a fascist. I told him, I said I thought he was a fascist. I thought he was going to do mass deportations, which is incredibly violent, brutal, unnecessary. Hitlerian. It's literally how Nazi Germany started, all these different things. And he said, "I think it's necessary." And then I was there. I was like, "Look, what do you think about like mass amnesty for every single one of these people? Document every single one of them and then fix the immigration system." And he was like, "That would work too." But no one's offering that. And I'm like, exactly. But he voted for Trump and he wanted affordability. He wanted safety. He wanted no wars. And of course, we know, probably most progressive and most democratic people and most liberal people know that Trump was not gonna bring that.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
Were the Democrats gonna bring that? Because they didn't give off that message. But now we're in a situation where we've seen things get worse.
Yeah.
We've seen war. We've seen continued genocide in Gaza. We've seen brutal immigration raids on just innocent communities in sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. Like, we've seen literally like militarized ICE agents blowing up the front door of an American citizen. We've seen militarized ICE agents raiding a park, a fucking park. We've seen ICE agents fucking scoop up people for their speech. We've seen ICE agents in plain clothes scoop up a woman and throw her in a van, literally for her speech.
Yeah.
We've seen fucking ICE agents raid a elementary school graduation. Like, we've seen some fucked up shit, and people don't like to see that stuff.
No, people don't.
People's opinions are changing on Trump, and we should always, if we can, of course it's fine to make fun of Trump supporters when they're like really crazy, but I try not to be like, you fucking idiot Trump supporter, you're an idiot, you're a crazy person. It's like, I don't think that's very productive.
Yeah.
It can be funny sometimes, and I think it's fine to like poke fun at it.
Yeah, shit on
we
him
were
every once in a
literally
while.
driving back from the grocery store earlier when I went to go pick him up, and I saw a PragerU sticker, and we were like cackling about that.
Yeah, we're
like who the fuck puts a PragerU sticker on their truck?
Yeah. Yeah.
But and I always laugh when I see like a Trump supporter wearing some crazy shirt or hat or whatever. But it is not okay. And also, diehard MAGA people, that's different. A lot of those people, dedicated white nationalist, fascist, racist people. Those people, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people like my friend Noah, like my friend. I won't name him, but my other two friends. Like these people are not like, I hate every single brown person. They just do not understand that it's not that Trump's gonna fix all this shit. It's just that the Democrats are fucking terrible at messaging why any of this is bad because they don't have any fucking positions. And so it's more important to like criticize the system and Democrats and as well as the Republicans instead of the people who voted for him. Yeah, because we need those people.
Yeah, no,
they are open to it.
Yeah, they are. And like
there's so many people
it's
that
also
literally
like
vote for Trump and then they go and vote for Biden. Like there's so many people in that audience.
And also it's like people who like, especially on the Democrat side, who are just like, they don't really know much. They tune in like every once in a while.
Exactly.
And then you're like, hey, you know, I don't know. It's just like they just judge people, which is understandably because Trump supporters are crazy.
A lot of them are crazy.
And then they're just like, oh, those people are stupid. They'll never change. But they can change. It's you have to message to them. You're like,
and when you, especially with people in your real life, and this is something that I talk about. I have a TikTok called Dakota Yaps as well, where I just literally open up my phone and I just yell at my phone screen for like 5 minutes, like, just about something I really want to talk about. And I talk about this a lot, where I'm like, if there's someone in your real life and you feel like you're educated on politics and stuff like that, like I feel like it's part of my responsibility to like, if I have someone in my life, like my few Trump supporter friends, that tell me that they're Trump supporters or tell me that they're conservative or whatever, and I talk to them about it, like I'm not gonna be like, you're a fascist, I'm never gonna speak to you again. But here's the thing also, and I want to acknowledge this, I'm coming and talking from a perspective of a white, straight, cisgendered man, so I understand that those people that maybe are transphobic or racist, like they're not coming for me, right? So I have like a lot of privilege to be able to have conversations with those people. But if you do have that kind of privilege or any sort of privilege like that, where you feel safe talking to those people about these things, then I think it's very important to not be like, I'm never going to talk to you again, you're racist, because they will always, that will solidify their racism even further. Yeah. If you are like, you voted for Trump, that means I hate you and I never want to talk to you again, they're going to be like, that person was crazy, and all liberals, all leftists are probably like that. Yeah. Instead, if you're like, talk about it with them and just share your perspective, don't judge too hard, but be like, I think that's fucked up, here's what I think, and then give that perspective to them. Don't force it on them. Don't tell them they're crazy racist or whatever, but lead them there and stay in their life, because they're gonna need that. And I've literally felt it. Like these people, I talk to them about it, and I stayed friends with a lot of people. I still talk to them often about other stuff, but now they've come to me like, hey, I don't really fuck with this anymore. And I think that's awesome. Like, I'm not saying I did it, but I think that like being a part of their life and still not cutting them off and just sharing a different perspective that maybe they haven't heard their whole life really is important in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know. That's my spiel. Yeah. That.
No,
people can change, and they still change.
Yeah, people can change. It's just that when you have a opposition party that's like just being like, please vote for us. You know, Trump's bad. Vote for me right now.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's just, I mean, we can talk about the Democrats all fucking day. Yeah, and it's more important to talk about what is the Trump administration doing right now. But it's also very, very, very important that Democrats take back power in an effective way. Yeah, take Zoran Mamdani as a blueprint, please.
But the problem is, like, I don't even know if they're gonna do that, because half the time you're like, I don't know. It's just I don't really have, my expectations are very low.
They're very low, but I hope that they're met.
They'll probably try to like smear him like the last when it's like a couple weeks from like voting.
I saw a graph that was showing the mainstream, like, you know, MSNBC, CNN, NBC, their coverage on Zoran Mamdani. Overwhelmingly, it was about anti-Semitism in Israel. Yeah, which is not something he talks about hardly ever. He always talk every time he talks about it a lot because it's always brought up to him. But every single time they bring up anti-Semitism to Zoran, he just goes, I'm going to increase hate crime. Not hate crime. I'm going to increase hate crime. No, I'm going to increase hate crime, like defense or whatever it's called, to make sure that Jewish New Yorkers, Muslim New Yorkers, Black New Yorkers, everyone is safe. He always talked about unity of everybody. He's not anti-Semitic in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
That is always what they're talking about.
And then they're like...
affordability ranked like 4 on the list.
God.
It's like... That's his main thing.
Yeah. It's also crazy because like...
he's good at like campaigning himself.
They're like, will you take a blood oath to Israel right now?
And he's like, no. And they're like, anti-Semite.
Yeah, for real.
Speaking of Israel, let's talk about the genocide. So this is something as well that is not unique to the Trump administration. This is something that has started for a long time. It's been going on, but it has really, really ramped up since October 7th, 2023. We don't have to get into the entire backstory of Israel and Palestine, but understand that Israel is a colonial project that is exterminating a population of people that it holds captive in Gaza. It is doing a genocide. It has been determined by many genocide experts. It is blatant genocide, and it is directly funded by our United States tax dollars.
Yeah.
And we have done some really, really fucked up shit in there. We've killed at least... The official count is 58,000, but it is likely way higher than that.
Oh, yeah. No,
it is likely in the hundreds of thousands, if not higher. We don't even know at all the true death toll.
Yeah.
We've bombed hospitals, almost every single functioning hospital.
I swear there was only like...
There was a few months ago, there was articles coming out about the last fully functioning hospital that was bombed.
Was that in Rafah? Or was that the one that was destroyed?
I don't fucking know. Dude, I was trying to get articles for this, and I literally looked up Gaza hospital bombed, and I found like 17 different articles, all from like different dates. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, how many times have we done this shit? It's really, really, really disturbing stuff. So a little bit of a trigger warning on this stuff because it is going to get a little bit
pretty graphic,
violent. I'm not going to be showing any like brutal videos except for this one I do have where Israel is opening fire into a crowd.
Yeah, that's the other thing with the aid distribution.
It's a total fraud.
It's literally just like lining them up and then they're just shooting them.
It is militarization of aid sites. It is absolutely disgusting. It's if you guys haven't seen, basically Israel had done, I believe it was a 13-week blockade. Or maybe it was 8 weeks.
It was pretty long. It was
a multi-month blockade on the Palestinian people. They control all of their borders. Israel controls all of the Gaza borders, and they did not allow any aid, any medical aid, any food aid to enter Gaza for weeks and weeks and weeks. And people were starving. They were on the brink of famine. They were dying because of their starving. And what happened then was Israel was like, okay, fine. Everyone's getting mad at us because they're seeing all these starving children now also being bombed. So I guess we'll give them some food. So they set up U.S. and Israeli-backed aid sites that they have now, like, literally, they are not giving them enough food. They're giving them fucking breadcrumbs to, like, there's, like, almost 2 million people living in Gaza still. And there's, like, like, literally lining up, like, thousands of people in, like, borderline cages to get breadcrumbs of food. And the pictures coming out of that are absolutely disgusting. Yeah. And then on top of that, when they go there, they walk miles to get breadcrumbs of food, and they're waiting in this huge fucking line in this cage, basically. They are shot at, and over 800 people have been killed at those aid sites.
Jesus. And it's like, I'm pretty sure just the only people who are running them is Israel and the United States. Yeah. Everyone else is like, we're not going to fucking go near that shit.
Exactly. It's absolutely disgusting. And it is a weaponization of aid. It's
definitely one of the dozen war crimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of the thousands of fucking war crimes committed over there. Yeah. But this is something I had. It's a short article I just wanted to show from Democracy Now!
Oh, nice.
This was a few days ago as we were recording this. Israel kills 200 Palestinians over another deadly weekend as Gaza genocide death toll tops 58,000. So again, as I said, this is the official death toll number, but it is likely significantly higher than that. Back in, I believe it was March, Trump was talking and he cited a number that would have implied that over like 200,000 people would have been killed at that point, because he cited the number of the Gaza population being, I believe it was 1.8 million. And if that were to be the case, that would be like 300,000 people would have died. But it is unknown if that is some information that he had that he wasn't sharing. We don't We don't know.
Yeah.
But we know that it's likely a lot higher than this.
Yeah.
The official death toll in Gaza has topped over 58,000, as health officials say over 200 Palestinians were killed over the past 3 days,
Jesus.
including at least 28 so far today. On Sunday, an Israeli missile strike killed at least 10 Palestinians, including 6 children, at a water distribution point in Nuseirat refugee camp. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 17 others were wounded in the blast. Israel also attacked a market in Gaza City on Sunday, killing at least 17 people.
Jesus fucking
On
Christ.
Saturday, health officials in Gaza reported at least 38 Palestinian aid seekers were killed. Hassan Omran is an ambulance paramedic in Kahana Yunus. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing these people's names, but he said today more than 150 injuries and more than 20 martyrs around the aid distribution centers. Most of the gunshot injuries we were seeing in the head or the torso. The Israeli occupation purposely kills and annihilates people. The occupation uses this policy to carry out mass killings by calling people to get their daily food. Then, when these people get there, they're killed in cold blood. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert and Yair Lapid, I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing those. I don't really care, though. They're prime ministers of Israel.
Yeah.
Have denounced a proposal by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government to forcefully move Palestinians in Gaza into so-called humanitarian city to be built on the ruins of Rafah. Olmert and Lapid likened the proposal to forming a concentration camp. Dude, if a fucking Israeli former prime minister is calling what you're doing concentration camp, it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, no, it's, yeah.
Wait, wasn't there an article that was saying I think it was from like the Israel Times or something like that?
Oh,
And it was
God.
like, Israel sets out to build the most moral concentration camp. or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Oh my God.
But-
It's gotten to the point where you can just be like, if Israel says something good, it's doing the opposite.
Exactly. It's genuinely disgusting. I just wanted to read this really fast, just to show that
Yeah.
it is not over. Okay, it is still happening to the same, if not a higher degree than ever before. It is still
no.
absolutely unjustifiable. It is still, people are dying every single day.
Yeah.
People are starving because they're scared to go get food.
Yeah.
And the people that are brave enough to go get food are
Die.
dying because they're going to get food.
No, some of the people, like I guess the guards or whatever at the concentration camp guards at the aid sites, they're literally like U.S. mercenaries. So they're like contractors or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I'm going to...
Dude, and also there's been a lot of videos that I've seen, like multiple fucking times, where I don't even know where they get this footage from. I think it's from like drones or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's literally Palestinians going to aid sites, getting like a fucking bag of flour or like a loaf of bread.
Oh,
to
and
bring
then they
home to
just
their
like,
family.
they get lasered or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're literally walking alone in a field. I've seen this like 7 different times, and it's like a teenager boy walking home with a loaf of bread from the aid site that he went to. Fucking probably had to walk miles to get there. Walking home to his family, alone in a field, and a bomb drops directly on his head just to kill him. Alone. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
I literally saw something similar to that. It was like a kid. It wasn't even like a teenager. Like walking, probably with like lace flour or whatever, walking home.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And then I'm like, oh shit. What's going to happen?
That's-
And then it's just like no audio, obviously, because I don't even know how it got out. But it just gets obliterated. A bomb somehow, they're not targeting children. Definitely not.
Hamas was in the sand underneath
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Hamas was in the tunnels
Those
underneath.
tunnels happened to be right underneath him.
Yeah.
Like, fucking goddamn.
I mean, people aren't falling for that like Hamas and tunnels stuff anymore.
No,
I
and
don't think.
since we've done the podcast last time, like a lot of
Yeah.
opinion on Israel and Gaza have changed a lot because people just continue to see the most fucked up shit ever
Yeah.
on their feed all the time, and eventually people are gonna be like, "Hey, I don't really like this. Like, why are my tax dollars going to this? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?" Like, this other thing is you mentioned a minute ago, like the laced flour. Like,
Yeah.
they've literally been lacing flour too, on top of fucking distributing bare minimum aid after weeks and weeks and weeks of a total blockade.
Yeah.
And then when they do give them food, but they also kill them at their aid sites, they're also giving them fucking laced with stuff with like drugs in it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, this is just the most
Fucking crazy.
insane thing. And this is another thing that we don't have to get into it too much because I haven't actually looked that much into it yet, but I've also been hearing about this.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Israeli settlers kill 20-year-old U.S. citizen visiting family in Palestine. I can read this part real quick. In the occupied West Bank, Israeli settlers fatally beat a 20-year-old Palestinian American from Tampa, Florida. I'm going to probably pronounce his name wrong. I'm sorry. Saifollah Muzalet was killed on Friday while visiting family in the village. He's reportedly the 7th American killed in the West Bank, Gaza, or Lebanon since October 2023. A second Palestinian was shot dead during the settler attack. Very.
It's crazy because
very
like
gross.
someone asked like a senator, I think it was a Democrat too.
I think it was
like, how do you feel about these Americans being killed? She's like quiet.
They said how many Americans have been killed since
and-
October
and then
7th by Israel.
Yeah, and she doesn't say anything. She's just all she says was, "I'm pro-Israel."
And then closed the door and drove off.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
No one likes you anymore.
I swear they like don't hear themselves talking, because if they did hear
You're
themselves,
not only complicit, you are facilitating it directly.
Yeah,
You are
literally.
directly responsible in this entire
at least like
genocide.
Bernie Sanders is like
wrong side of
trying to
fucking
stop
history.
it a little bit. You
Bernie
know,
Sanders
he's
is
interesting.
His opinions on Gaza are slightly questionable, but he's one of the best senators on the issue of Gaza.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't even take any APAC money
He doesn't take any APEC money
either.
and
But he's still like,
he thinks I think he thinks it's a genocide. I don't think he uses that word, but I think he thinks it's a complete abomination.
yeah,
But he does not. He still, personally, I disagree with him on the fact that he probably thinks, from what I have heard of him, that Israel has a right to continue to exist as the state that it has, which is already an apartheid state, already on stolen land. I'm not saying we should kill all Israelis, but I think we should have a one-state solution where the millions of people that are currently living in the one state, which is an apartheid state,
yeah,
where these people do not exist technically under the government, like they are literally less than human according to the government. They do not have democratic rights. Those people should be recognized as humans by the government and have democratic rights. Like that's what we need to do. We need to have a democratic society.
I mean, we saw that movie about Palestine like a couple months ago.
What was it called?
Oh shit! It was like land.
It won No Other Land.
No Other Land. That's what
Yeah,
it was.
it won an
Apparently,
Oscar.
Palestinians have like green license plates. They have different.
Yeah,
plates.
they have different license plates and everything. They're not allowed to drive in certain areas.
Yeah.
They literally, if you guys have not seen No Other Land, highly recommend it if you can find it.
Is it
somewhere.
even still in the U.S.?
It was never even in theaters in the U.S. It was never in theaters. We saw it at our local theater, which played it, but it has literally not been widely available to be seen in theaters in the United States of America. But it is made by an Israeli and Palestinian filmmakers, and they made a movie about. It was all pre-October 7th, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is true.
The entire movie took place before
I think
October 7th.
they did something where it was like a catch-up kind of thing.
At the very end,
At
it
the
showed
very
like
end.
people have died at this numbers. And
Yeah.
stuff. But the movie takes place before October 7th, and it shows how Israel continued to like terrorize and steal their land and kill their people. Like in the movie, the Palestinian guy, his I think it was his brother or one of his like siblings or something. Was shot by Israel because they were literally destroying their home, and he was like, "What are you doing to our home?" And they shot him, and then the guy was paralyzed for the rest of the movie.
And then he like died.
And then he died at the end. And it's a documentary. Highly recommend that movie. It's very eye opening to
There were some people in the theater too, and like they were watching it,
Yeah, there was,
which is good.
It's a very, very well made movie, and it's very, very sad. But it shows that this did not start on October 7th by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, it started in like 1948.
It
Really.
started a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, that Bernie Sanders, he does very good. Like compared to every other senator, almost he wants to stop sending arms to Israel, and that's, in my opinion, he's an ally.
Yeah.
He might not be perfect by any means, and we can talk about those things with him. I would love to hear him talk about those things more with people that criticize him on that stuff, but we need him. We need his support, and I think he's an ally in this regard.
Yeah.
Okay, I also want to show this video while we're still on the topic of Israel, Gaza. I have I actually did have an article about that we already talked about.
Okay,
so I'll go to this. This is a video that I saw the other day of like.
Oh my God.
It's at an humanitarian,
Yeah.
Israeli backed,
Yeah.
like fucking.
Israeli
as
and
this-
humanitarian doesn't fit in the same sentence.
Yeah. It
But,
shows this caption says, "This is what the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation looks like, a criminal organization supported and financed by the United States and Israel." This is footage. It's a little bit disturbing, so just trigger warning, but it's a crowd of Palestinians. This is at an aid site.
Holy shit.
There's shots happening everywhere, and they're all like literally they're concentrated and they're being shot at. You see people crawling up there.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And then they start shooting into the crowd, and everyone has to duck down. This kind of thing, like this kind of thing is happening every single day in Gaza.
That's
And
fucking crazy.
we don't see nearly enough coverage of any of this
No, we don't.
in any media.
And it's just gonna be a
The New York
stain.
Times, dude, this pisses me off every fucking time I see it. Every single time anything like this happens, the New York Times will be like, 20 Palestinians died near aid sites recently. And it's like, hey, who killed them? And what do you mean near aid sites? Were they going to get aid and somehow they died? Like, no, they were killed by Israeli settlers going to get crumbs of food. Like, say it how it is. It's so dishonest.
New York Times, like, somehow they died.
Mysteriously died somewhere in the vicinity of an aid site. It's like, what are you talking about? That's not what happened.
They like
Such like passive speech.
Yeah.
And the New York Times is specifically very bad on that.
Oh no, yeah, they are. They're just
So bad.
fucking terrible. It's like Gaza, 20 Palestinians eviscerated into thin air.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, right. They suddenly disappeared somehow.
Yeah, they disappeared near an
Israel
aid
had nothing
site.
to do with it.
Yeah.
Israel was just hanging out in their own area, and suddenly they just disappeared.
Yeah, there's some
No, it's-
there's
no,
some shell casings.
No,
near
it's
where
more like Hamas terrorists somehow disappear. Like, we didn't kill them. We don't know where they went, and they were probably terrorists. It's like,
Yeah.
goddamn. It's like children that were bombed, like trying to get breadcrumbs of food for their family. It's fucking insane. Yeah, free Palestine. It's
Free Palestine.
absolutely disgusting. Donald Trump said he was going to be freeing. Well, no, he didn't say that, but he said that he was going to stop all the wars, all the foreign wars, and it's disgusting. And he's talked about how we're killing people. He said people look like Holocaust victims, things like that.
Yeah, it's so crazy because if you think about it during the campaign and when Gaza was being brought up and Israel being brought up
They didn't
a
even
lot.
let a fucking Palestinian person speak at the DNC.
Yeah, that too, but also like Donald Trump outflanked the Democrats because when he went to Michigan in the like very heavy Arab like parts of Michigan, they were like, I mean, understandably because he was the only one talking about it, fucking Democrats, and they were like, oh yeah, Donald Trump's so great and stuff. He's gonna like free Palestine and stuff, and then like there was some talk.
Most people that are pro-Palestine didn't think Trump was gonna do it, but there were some people who were a little bit less educated and just thought this is fucking gross. And they saw Trump being like, yeah, we're going to stop all these wars. And they were like, he's our guy.
And then there was this really early development, like a couple days or a month before he was going to get inaugurated, where he was talking to Netanyahu, like directly, or like at least the Israeli government bypassing like the Biden admin because they were just working tirelessly on a ceasefire, Jack. And,
Day and night.
Yeah, day and night. Oh, fucking hell. And then like it looked like something was going to happen. And then it fucking
And when
fell
Trump
through.
was first getting into office, right before his inauguration, he very clearly called Netanyahu and said, put a ceasefire on this now to make me look good. And we'll let you do whatever the fuck you want after that. And that's clearly what happened
crazy.
because for the first month or so of the administration, there was a ceasefire. They were still killing people. They were still starving people. It was still very brutal, but it was a stopping of all of the bombing. They weren't bombing them. They were just shooting them when they saw them. It was less severe. It was still disgusting, and they're still living in rubble for those months. But very quickly, Israel terminated that ceasefire a couple months into the Trump administration. But at first, it was very clear that Trump orchestrated that ceasefire. Biden, of course, when they asked Biden, they were like, "Did you do the ceasefire?" He was like, and then he walked away.
Yeah,
he was like, was Trump responsible for the ceasefire?" He's like, no.
Yeah,
It's like, dude. And here's the thing too, and this is just very important, is that like we were talking about, like Biden was like, we're working tirelessly on a ceasefire. It's like it could have ended immediately.
No, yeah, it could have.
At any point, and understand this too, at any single point that Trump wanted to end the Gaza genocide, at any point that Biden wanted to end the Gaza genocide. Literally at any point, they could have done a single phone call to Benjamin Netanyahu, and it would immediately be done because they have that power.
Yeah.
We fund everything that they do.
We fund their free health care, their housing.
I believe we have literally been the United States has directly contributed to 70% of the Israeli bombs. The Israeli
no, for sure.
is what I remember seeing the statistic recently. We are everything to Israel. Israel is not controlling the United States foreign policy. It's the other way around. The United States of America controls Israel. Israel is our colonial extension in the region.
I think if you're a United States citizen, you can literally do like a tour and get like an Israeli passport and citizenship.
Oh dang.
Something like that.
I think it's if you're Jewish. I think it's like a Jewish birthright thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it was like an attempt, I think, for them to
just
recruit more majority of Jewish population. It's not like the Jews are controlling the American foreign policy, and that's why we're loyal to Israel. It's more so that we want to do these things in the region, and we're contributing to it. We're not contributing to it. We're doing it.
Yeah,
it's us.
If we held funding for Israel, that country would fall apart in like
immediately
a month.
Immediately, they would have to stop everything they're doing, and it's just absolutely absurd that Biden let it go on for the entire duration of the ending of his administration. The entire last year, he was just like, "We're working tirelessly."
Yeah,
it doesn't take more than he did it before. There was another time where a war broke out in Israel-Palestine, and literally Biden called him up and said, "Stop it." 12 days later, it was over.
Wow.
He could have done that at any point and finished it, but he didn't. He decided not to. He was not working tirelessly on a ceasefire. He was doing jack shit. It's insane. And the fact that Trump ran on no wars and, again, has the opportunity to at any point, when Benjamin Netanyahu was coming to the White House for the 7th time in the administration in the past 6 months, hey, tell him stop doing this genocide right now, or we're going to cut off all arms and we're going to make you do it. He could have done that at any point, and he hasn't. It is insane. It is genuinely insane. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything to say on that before we move on?
Not really. Just that, like, Israel is just, they have free health care, free education.
They do.
Everything that we don't have.
Exactly.
And we're printing money for them, pretty much.
We subsidize, basically, Israel's
country
social safety nets like we don't have, because we supply them with their entire defense budget, and we have 70% of their defense budget, and because they don't have to pay for their own defense budget, they can afford free healthcare. Look at that. What if we just use that money that we send to Israel to subsidize their free healthcare?
No, we can't.
We just didn't send any of that to them, and then we just had free healthcare here.
No, we can't do that.
Because
it's too much work.
Terrorism.
Because
Hamas.
Because Israel's the most moral democracy in the Middle East, and they need to be
and they have the most moral concentration camps too.
Yeah.
They're the most moral.
Fucking crazy.
They're the most moral. They're the most moral genociders ever.
Yeah.
We're conducting the most moral genocide ever.
God.
Israel is not a democracy.
No, it's like
an apartheid.
Apartheid theocracy.
Exactly. Ethno-state. Okay, let's move on to we've been going for a while, but I want to talk about
you keep going.
Okay, I'm going to do this thing about the Trump administration, a complete assault on immigrant communities. They've not only continued but also expanded their assault on immigrant communities by doing full-on dragnet operations with these we just call them what they are. They're fucking Gestapos.
Yeah.
These are not law enforcement. These are fucking lawless Gestapos who are going around scooping up innocent people. And they have been raiding parks. They've been raiding homes. They've been raiding farms, schools, all of these things. And I have some videos and things like that I would like to show.
Yeah.
First of all, I wrote this. I was a little bit pissed off when I wrote this.
State thug loser.
I said state thug loser ICE agent raids a fucking park in California to show force for no reason. So this is a clip of what I was just talking about, where it shows these ICE agents basically. Hold on, let me pull the clip up. Basically raiding MacArthur Park in LA. I think it's in LA.
Yeah.
in
Oh
California.
yeah.
In LA.
Federal agents on foot and
see,
horseback.
There's fucking
sweeping into
on
LA's
horseback.
MacArthur Park,
They're
but
raiding a
all
fucking
those heavily
park.
armed agents
Look at this
apparently
shit.
taking no
What the
one
fuck are they
in the
doing?
sweep of the
They didn't
park
even
in the
arrest anybody,
heart
by the
of one
way.
of LA's most
Was it just like a
densely populated
propaganda
They
video?
just wanted to show force. Like, this was right after the big beautiful bill passed. They were like, let's go fucking show force and like fucking raid a fucking park for no fucking reason.
With the story tonight, Tim.
David, the mayor says this.
I love when the mainstream news, like whenever they have it like that, where they like ask a question and then it's,
Yeah.
well, David.
city is taking action against these ICE raids. In the meantime, protests continue downtown.
We will not let this stand.
On the 1-month anniversary of President Trump's immigrant raids across LA, anti-ICE demonstrators remain defiant.
We will not.
By the way, like the protests have been great, and we have not seen any effect from it really.
Not really.
Like literally, the protests have been going strong consistently ever since it started. But we've seen constant assaults on California immigrant communities.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Especially in LA, but also just all around California. It's been all around the country, but California has been seemingly specifically targeted. I think because of, I don't know, it's like liberal new scum is protecting immigrants or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a sanctuary state, so they just want to fucking like obliterate it.
Yeah. I saw this clip. Oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to find it. It was too long ago.
Oh.
But of like this father and his son were at like an anti-ICE protest, and this like pro-ICE guy was there, whatever, Trump supporter. He like grabbed the guy's kid for a second, and the guy like knocked the
Oh, I think I saw
great.
that.
I think I sent it to you, or maybe you just saw it, but it was pretty great.
Okay, let's see what else this clip has.
Monday morning, Air 7 captured armed federal
Look at this
agents
shit.
descend
That's
on MacArthur
crazy.
Park in what looked like
Like, this
another
is-
ICE raid.
This is to raid
This
a
video
fucking
showed
park.
troops in formation on horseback.
there's dangerous
moving
people
across
playing
the
at that
soccer
park.
field.
They need fucking
The officers
75
confronted by
agents
protesters.
that are fucking
Mayor
militarized
Bass
with
called it a
horseback.
political stunt.
No.
To me, this is another example of the administration ratcheting up chaos by deploying what looked like a military operation in an American city.
Bass was en route to meet with the governor, but diverted to MacArthur Park, trying to get answers from the Department of Homeland Security.
They said they need to leave, and they need to leave now.
What happened to the criminals, the drug dealers, the violent individuals who were in the park today were children. It was their summer camp.
Put everything away, please.
St. John's Community Health Center was also in the park. The group says it was forced to leave when
And here's the thing, this is something that pisses me off too. Is
Yeah.
that like in the run up to the election, Trump was saying like he said he was going after violent criminals. We're going after violent criminal rapists and murderers. There's millions of them flooding in the open borders. They're just killing everyone at millions pace. And it's like, it's a lie because it literally is just a lie. Like, I don't even think we should message it in a way where we're like, what happened to going after violent criminals? Because if you did that, you would run out so fast.
Yeah, he probably like the first person he arrested. He's like, that's the violent criminals. Go after all the others.
He inherently, and Trump Republicans inherently think, and this is not necessarily exclusive to Republicans. This is some Democrats as well. Joe Biden passing the strongest border bill with the most conservative member of the Senate ever, or trying to, and then Trump shot it down because it wasn't, whatever. Like they just inherently believe that immigrants are violent. They inherently believe that. It's just inherently racist. There's no other way to phrase it.
Oh yeah.
It is exactly what we did to black people, where we're like, well, yeah, they're here, but they're dangerous. It's like they're not. The data literally shows that undocumented immigrants committed about like 25 murders in the entire year of 2024 for a population which some people say is 60 million, some people say is 20 million, but the actual numbers show more like 11 million. But if you ask fucking Tucker Carlson, he thinks that every Hispanic person in the entire country is undocumented, and he says 60 million people in this country are illegal aliens.
Yeah, they don't ask Tucker Carlson what he thinks about like amnesty for farm workers, or just
like it's the most grotesque thing I've ever heard in my life. But no, so these people are not violent by any significant metric.
It's crazy that they said they're going after the criminals, whatever, And then they just go and raid like a bunch of workplaces and like Home Depots.
And immigration hearings.
Yeah, and that too, like
They're
right outside their
literally-
hearing.
They're literally going to There was a guy that got arrested during a medical examination. There was a guy that there's been many instances where people are going to their immigration hearings, meaning they're adhering to the legal processes to fix their documentation. Because remember that the difference between someone who is illegal or undocumented and someone who is documented, someone who is a citizen officially, is paperwork.
Yeah,
is
that's it.
Documentation. That is the difference. And when people have documentation out of order, they go and they fix it. It is not. They're not a violent like criminal. They're not like hopping over the border to do mass rapes. Like it's just a fucking mom of 3 trying to work at some job that they're paid on the table, and it's absolute bullshit. It's like they deserve to be citizens. It's just fucking stupid. But let's finish up this video.
When agents
I ran about this shit all day.
We were all scared because we were there to help, the homeless, and we couldn't even give them the basic needs.
It doesn't appear that anyone was detained at the park.
They said, hey, let's just go like get on horseback and like have like rifles and fucking militarized outfits to go, terrorize a bunch of children and then leave. Like that's all they did. It was a fucking pointless show of force because they're stupid fucking state thugs. I hate these fucking ICE agents, dude. I do.
Yeah, no.
I hate them with a burning fucking passion because they're terrorizing innocent people for no reason. Oh my God, it's so stupid. Abolish ICE right now. If we have a Democrat in 2028 that goes, we're gonna keep if they don't even, because here's the thing too, and we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
The big beautiful bill just expanded ICE funding by $170 billion, higher than we've ever had it before. Not ICE funding, sorry, immigration enforcement funding, but a lot of it, tens of billions of dollars extra to ICE. If we have a Democrat that does anything less of make it less than what it is before that, then it's just fucking a waste of time. Like literally, they don't deserve to be in office. Honestly, if they don't entirely abolish ICE, they don't deserve to be in office. That's my perspective. We need radical change in the opposite direction right now. But okay, I've got this as well. You might have seen this. Actually, when we were at that restaurant the other day, and Fox News was on. We were watching it.
Oh yeah,
this was happening while we were doing that.
Wow.
So, more Gestapos raided a cannabis farm, killing 1 and detaining 300. This was in California as well. Again, they've been really assaulting California recently, but this is from News Nation. I don't even know what their
station
stance
KTLA
is,
had its news chopper up, and then the tear gas was deployed, and things were obviously tense. And our live coverage yesterday of that immigration raid throughout the show on the California cannabis farm. It happened in real time on our air. We were watching.
So as you can see here, I'm just gonna talk over this.
Yeah.
These are ICE agents raiding a pot farm, a weed farm, and. Okay, wait, what did Gavin Newsom say? Gavin Newsom said, kids running from tear gas crying on the phone because their mother was just taken from the fields. Trump calls me new scum, but he's the real scum. Okay. It is genuinely insane. There's all these videos. Children, protesters were tear gassed. One, I believe it was I don't know if it was a protester. It was a farm worker who died during the lawless fucking dragnet operation that they were committing on this weed farm. Yeah, so this is like the aerial footage of the situation. A lot of these people are protesters, a lot of people are ICE agents. I think most of these people are ICE agents right here. It was violent, it was weird, it was just bad. Again, they killed 1 person and they detained 300. Absolutely unnecessary, and these people are not doing anything. Like they're literally working. And yeah, it's a weed farm, but that doesn't mean it's illicit. It's literally, weed is legal.
Yeah, no.
Especially in California, weed is legal. Like they are working on a farm that was not legally employing them because they were undocumented. They were likely employing them illegally under the table, but that is not a crime that they should be scooped up, killed, and detained over. Like that and deported over and put in a fucking alligator Alcatraz for. Like they were working at a place selling a legal product. Like this is stupid. And it's the thing is, like, people will say like, oh, you what do you want them to stay here so they can be exploited or like have like slave labor or whatever? It's like, no, I don't want them to be undocumented. I don't want them to pay to be like exploited for their labor, because that's the thing. The problem with undocumented immigrants is not that they are killing people or that they're fucking it's not that they exist around you. Like, the problem with undocumented immigrants is that they are exploited for their labor because
they're getting paid. They're getting paid like less money because it's like they're getting
paid pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
for hard work, and they don't have any worker protections at all, and that's the problem. And the problem is also the fact that if something happens to them, say their boss is being abusive or not paying them anything, or someone else is being abusive or doing something illegal around them, and they're trying to report it to law enforcement. That's the whole point of sanctuary cities, is because now these immigrants can go here and report crimes to police officers. But now, because they're just ignoring the sanctuary city part, they can't. If someone is undocumented, they can't report crimes. They can't safely do anything without being detained by ICE and possibly killed like this person was.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's genuinely disgusting. The problem with undocumented immigrants is not that they exist or not that they're stealing our jobs. It's that they don't have worker protections and can't contact law enforcement if they need help. Like, that's the problem with undocumented immigrants. That's why I need to do mass amnesty.
Yeah.
Mass amnesty. All of them. Document all of them.
Yeah, for real though.
Okay. Okay, and then I also have Tom Homan.
You were fuming when you saw that.
Holy fucking shit.
This
is my Tom Homan impression. I'm fucking kill him all. All right, we're going to be watching this. This is our border czar, who essentially admits that they racially profile and don't need probable cause to detain immigrants. Now, it's also worth noting that he worked for Obama's administration as well. He wasn't his border czar, but he was the head of ICE, I believe.
Yeah.
So this is a clip of Tom Homan on Fox News where he said that basically, we don't need probable cause.
People need to understand, ICE officers and Border Patrol, they don't need probable cause.
Thank God there's subtitles.
To walk up somebody, detain them, and question them. Based on their location, their occupation, their physical appearance, their actions. Like a uniformed Border Patrol agent walks up to them at, for instance, a Home Depot. What they need to detain somebody temporarily and question them. It's not probable cause, it's reasonable suspicion. Look,
so understand what he just said there. Let's play this one more time.
You need to understand, ICE officers and Border Patrol, they don't need probable cause.
He said, understand that ICE agents don't need probable cause to walk up to someone at a Home Depot.
To walk up to somebody, briefly detain them, and question them. Based on their location, their occupation, their physical appearance.
Based on their occupation, their location, and their physical appearance. So he said, we don't need probable cause to walk up to you. Oh, you're at a Home Depot and you're a brown guy. You're probably undocumented. We're going to detain you and ask you some questions. It's like, that is racial profiling.
Yeah, that is like straight up just like, oh, you're brown? Come here. You're a migrant.
Get over there. Get over the fucking van. I fucking hate this guy, dude. He's so stupid.
Their actions, like a uniformed Border Patrol agent walks up to them at, for instance, a Home Depot. What they need.
Get in Home Depot, you're brown. Get in the car. It's like, what are you talking about?
And he says detain, which means like they're not going to arrest you. They're just like, but they don't do that, obviously. They just arrest you and you're disappeared.
Yeah. Dude, it's genuinely insane. Like,
yeah, no.
You should not be able to say something like this. We don't need probable cause. I don't fucking like you. You're a fucking brown guy. Get in the car. Like, that's literally what he's saying. That's literally what he's saying that they do.
Crazy.
The reasonable suspicion is you look Latino. Like, literally. Yeah. Literally. This is, and remember, this guy fucking worked for Obama, okay? Obama. Open border Obama.
Obama.
Tom Homan working for his administration. Like, don't ever come at me with the fucking open border Democrat shit, because Obama had Tom Homan. The fucking reasonable suspicion, get them all. Like, that guy worked for Obama. Just let that sink in a little bit.
Yeah. It's so funny that people are like, oh, the Dems are like open border trans operations on migrants. And I'm like, do you not look at any like statistics about like Biden deported like 4 million people a year under his admin?
I think it was 3, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of people.
He deported a lot of people, at least, yeah.
So
and so did Obama. Obama deported a shit ton of people, and he separated families. Like,
He put kids in cages, and then
Kids in
Trump was
cages.
like, "I like that policy. Let's continue."
I like that one. Let's do
Yeah.
that, but harder and build a wall. I don't know.
That Mexico never paid for. Mexico was supposed to pay for it, but they never did.
Literally though. Literally. Yeah, and so where are all these immigrants going though? Is the question. Like where now once we detain them with reasonable suspicion, not probable cause, because probable cause is woke and gay.
Reasonable suspicion that
You're bound. Like that's literally what they're saying. So once we go, you're bound, you're get at Home Depot, get in. Like get in the car. They send them where? Oh, to the beautiful alligator Alcatraz, the $450 million alligator Alcatraz in Florida. It is basically a concentration camp. It is hard to call it anything else because it is a camp that is going to hold thousands of people in cages in gross conditions. Right before they opened it, it flooded and it was pretty bad.
Oh yeah, it was like an inch of water or something crazy like that.
Also, it is surrounded by alligators. That's why they call it alligator Alcatraz. Trump was asked what would happen if a migrant escaped, and he said,
"Oh yeah,
they'd die." Basically,
yeah, they'd be eaten by an alligator.
It's like, what the fuck? That's what the American president said.
Yeah.
Hey, what would happen if one of your detainees escaped your holding cell, your camp?
They'd be
die.
Yeah, they'd be eaten by an alligator. Alligator Alcatraz. That's why we named it that.
Alligator Auschwitz.
That too.
I like that name. It rolls off the tongue.
Oh God.
No, so it's up and running officially. There's 750 immigrants that are currently being held, is what the recent
I've heard
numbers are showing.
the conditions are really shitty.
Conditions are terrible, dehumanizing, disgusting, and dangerous. There's some audio.
Oh yeah, you want to listen to that?
Yeah. So basically, this is what. And there's also some audio of or some video of Democratic lawmakers explaining when they went to visit what they saw, and we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah.
So first, I want to show this. This is leaked audio from a phone call with a detainee's significant other, who they recorded it, and this is what was shown.
And the other detainees tell us that they're being treated like animals. They say they haven't bathed in days, and one man says the food that they were served was infested with maggots.
You're charged with aggravated assault with deadly weapon and battery.
Last week, Cuban reggaeton artist Liamzi Izquierdo, known as La Figura, faced a judge following an aggravated assault that happened in Miami-Dade. According to La Figura's girlfriend, she received a call from him this morning from Alligator Alcatraz.
Soy Liamzi La Figura.
I am Leamsi La Figura. We've been here at Alcatraz since Friday. There's over 400 people here. There's no water to take a bath. It's been 4 days since I've taken a bath.
La Figura goes on to talk about what he says are the horrific living conditions inside the facility.
They only brought a meal once a day and it had maggots. They never take off the lights for 24 hours. The mosquitoes are as big as elephants.
All of that by itself, this isn't even all of it yet, but that by itself, all of these things by themselves is fucking crazy.
For real though, like
leaving the lights on for 24 hours
that's
a day.
a war crime, right?
We can't do that to war criminals under law. But also, we borrowed that from CCOT. That's something they do at CCOT.
Yeah, they leave the lights on, right?
And so that's the El Salvadorian concentration camp that we sent hundreds of people to illegally a few months ago. But yeah, we were like, oh, we like what we see here. Let's see if we can send them there. And then the Supreme Court was like, I don't know. It's kind of a little bit of a stretch. And Trump's like, fine, we'll build one here. We'll do all.
Supreme Court's like, yes.
And also, I don't even bring anything about this, but Brego Garcia has explained his conditions in CCOT. Pretty brutal. Pretty sure he said he was tortured there, is what he said.
Shit.
But yeah, leaving lights on for 24 hours a day, one meal, and it's filled with maggots. Mosquitoes are as big as elephants. And
that's crazy. Mosquito. God damn.
Let's see what else we got here.
During the call, La Figura passes the phone to other detainees who describe their experience.
They're not respecting our human rights. We're human beings. We're not dogs. We're like rats in an experiment. I don't know their motive for doing this. If it's a form of torture, a lot of us have our residency documents and we don't understand why we're here.
Another man who says he's Colombian explains that he needs medication and that he hasn't had access to it in days.
I'm on the edge of losing my mind. I've gone 3 days without taking my medicine. It's impossible to sleep with this white light that's on all day.
The man goes on to say what little faith he's been holding on to has diminished since being detained at Alligator Alcatraz.
They took the Bible I had and they said, here there is no right to religion. And my Bible is the one thing that keeps my faith. And now I'm losing my faith.
State officials.
Oh, but
dude, that's crazy. Okay, I just want to say something.
Yeah.
I told you about this in the car when we were driving back from the beach. I was like, we cannot say anything about human rights.
Yeah.
Like ever again, unless it's like a different like president that's more progressive and doesn't like build concentration camps and stuff.
You mean like if we're like criticizing Iran's like
Yeah.
domestic policy?
Yeah,
We can't fucking talk.
We can't fucking talk. Not in like I mean, it's not anymore. You know, we can't talk about it unless it's a different or ever until this is like demolished, completely destroyed.
This is fucking brutal shit. Like
Yeah.
this is depriving people of needed medications, stripping them of their right to freedom of religion, to read the fucking Bible. Like, I mean, come on now. Like, giving them one meal a day that's filled with maggots. Like, this is all disgusting.
And then I've heard, like, I saw another video kind of like this, where it's like, there's like 32 people to like a cage or whatever. And there's like one,
look at pictures.
There's one shitter in the whole like thing.
And if you look at pictures, comparing the Alligator Alcatraz to like literally a Nazi concentration camp,
it kind of looks the same.
It is almost like the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the cells are almost the exact same. All right, let's watch. I think there's a little bit more of this.
Officials responded to the allegations made by detainees at the facility in a statement, saying the reporting on the conditions in the facility is completely false. The facility meets all required standards and is in good working order.
Okay, so if that's the case, let's see what the Democratic lawmakers that went to tour it said that they saw while they were there.
This internment camp, which it is nothing less than that description, were really appalling.
Dangerous and wasteful. Evidence of flooding, floors that are only about 8 inches above the ground, temperatures that are hot.
When they let us in to see the cages, and we saw people, of course, yelling for help, it was very emotional to be there for all of us, to hear that, and to see that our taxpayer money is being used for this stunt.
We're joined now. If you care about government efficiency, if you care about your tax dollars going to fund things that you want them to be funding, things that help you, then Donald Trump is not bringing you that. And I have a little bit of a rant here that I want to talk about, but that's about that. But let's talk about the big beautiful bill first, and then I'll hop into that. But yes, it is disgusting conditions, and I don't see any way that anyone could defend Alligator fucking Alcatraz. Like, it is brutal. It is unnecessary. And there's also clips that wasn't in that clip. I thought it was, but there has been videos coming out also where like lawmakers that went to go visit the thing were like, people were yelling for help. And when they yelled for help,
saw that.
One of them said, "I'm a U.S. citizen." One of them yelled, "I'm a U.S. citizen." Because the thing is, when you strip due process, when you strip probable cause, and you detain people willy-fucking-nilly, you're going to detain people that aren't fucking meant to be detained. Not that the people who are being detained should be detained. Like, 66% of the people that have been detained and sent to Alligator Alcatraz do not have a criminal record.
Yeah.
That is, by itself, fucked up. If someone does not have a criminal record, they should immediately get like amnesty. They should immediately become a citizen. There's no reason to not document someone other than they are from a different country. I want them out of here.
Yeah.
That is literally all it is. And it's not going to stop with undocumented immigrants. It's going to go on to naturalized citizens.
Yeah.
And go on to maybe American citizens eventually. That is how these things work. It's going to evolve. Anything else on that, and then we can talk about the big beautiful bill a little bit.
Just it's terrible, and
sorry, I'm like taking over the whole thing. By the way,
no,
we haven't
you're
done any
good.
of your stuff yet.
You're good.
Okay, do you want to talk about the big beautiful bill?
Yeah.
Real quick. Okay. I mean, I just wanted to read this. I just brought together some statistics that I wanted to go over real quick. I think it's very important. I know it's kind of old news, but I think it's important. So, Trump's big beautiful bill has been signed into law. It has sliced Medicaid, or it will be slicing Medicaid, risking 11.8 million plus Americans' health care, destroying many rural hospitals that rely on Medicaid to stay open. A lot of which are already on the edge of being open.
It's like 60 or 70% I think of hospitals.
It's a very significant amount of rural hospitals.
More than half for sure.
Extending the ICE and immigration enforcement budget by $170 billion, making Donald Trump's 2017 tax cuts permanent, and expanding tax cuts that disproportionately help the wealthiest people in the country, while simultaneously doing all this other stuff to doing an all-out assault on low-income and disabled and marginalized groups of people in this country. It is absolutely an abomination. It is not a beautiful bill. It is a fucking...
big, beautiful billionaires.
Big booty bill.
Yeah.
Big... yeah, it's a terrible...
Big Latina booty bill.
Oh, shit. Okay. Now, I want to do this little rant real quick.
Little?
It's like maybe 100 words. I just want to do this quick little rant.
Go for it.
And then we can go into your stuff about inflation. I'm sorry I took over. I forgot about your stuff. I just like got in the groove. Okay. Here's the thing. If we didn't send billions of dollars to Israel a year to commit unlimited genocide, if we didn't just increase the immigration enforcement budget by $170 billion just so we can build hundreds of camps and do dragnet operations on innocent civilian populations, if we didn't just spend the $450 million on the Florida torture camp surrounded by alligators, if we didn't just implement further tax cuts that disproportionately help the wealthiest people in our country, with just these things alone, we would be able to afford free healthcare for millions of Americans, radically changing and likely saving many, many lives. Our government does not work for the average American because it's designed not to. If we did all the things that I just mentioned, but also added on increasing the high marginal income tax rate back to what it was before the Reagan administration, and set a wealth cap of even as high as $10 billion, which is a lot of fucking money, we would be able to genuinely improve the life of every single American. Understand that the fact that this does not happen under Democratic leadership, and definitely not under Republican leadership, is a failure of our government. And do not ever consider conceding to the lies of able-bodied, unemployed young men mooching off of our welfare state, because even they deserve health care. I don't give a shit. They deserve health care. Everyone deserves free health care. You deserve to be able to call an ambulance when you need one and not be struck with thousands of dollars in medical debt. You deserve to be able to rent or buy a home. You don't deserve to be faced with the choice of lifelong medical debt or death. Every single person on the face of this earth deserves all of these luxuries, and they're far from impossible. And the fact that it does not exist in this country shows that the system does not work for you. It works for the wealthy because it is controlled, operated, and designed by the wealthy. And I think that's a very important thing to emphasize with the big, beautiful bill, with all of these things, is like, it is not here to help you, and it never has been, and it probably fucking never will be for a long time unless we continue to rise up and fight against it.
Okay, so when are you going to run for Congress or the presidency?
2032.
2032.
I'll be 25 and 2032, and then I can officially run for Congress. So.
It sounded like you were making a speech to like a campaign. I mean,
I just wrote that the other day. I was just like fucking angry.
Yeah.
I was like writing points for the podcast, and then I started talking about it, and the next thing you know, I was like 100 words into it. I was like, oh shit. Dude, I'm fucking hot, by the way. Like, I'm just so sexy. Like, it's fucking hot as hell in here.
Really? I'm cold.
I'm fucking, you're fucking, the vent's above
the
vent is fucking above me, and it's pointed at you.
You need to stop wearing pants.
I'm rolling them up. I got my pants like rolled up. Okay. Took my shirt off. No, I'm not.
Shit.
Okay, you want to talk about tariffs?
So I think at this, how long have we been going for?
It's an hour and a half.
Okay, I'll just do a couple things.
Okay, yeah.
I want to definitely talk about the inflation.
Okay.
Inflation, the Ukraine, Trump selling arms to Ukraine, and the UN stuff about Israel-Palestine stuff. And that's it. I think that'll be good.
You want to start with tariffs?
Yeah, we can do a little bit with that. So
I actually don't know anything about these tariffs yet, so I'm interested.
Yeah, so Trump has started to mention recently, like the past couple. This is updated July 13th, so Sunday.
Okay.
He's been starting to mention tariffs a little bit. He's been tossing that word around. I don't think he knows what it really means.
Tariffs.
But
beautiful word.
Yeah, beautiful word. I had no clue what they mean, folks, but it's beautiful. People are telling me it's really beautiful. But I don't think he really knows or understands it. And I'm surprised that people around him are just kind of, I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised at the same time when they're like going along with what Trump's saying. They're like, oh, yeah, tariffs, They don't.
Because some of them have things to lose.
Yeah. And recently it's been Canada, Mexico, and the EU. He's going to like put a 30% tariff. And I think I've even heard he's, it might be in the article actually. No, it's not on the summary, but I swear I saw something where he's like
putting among like Mexico and Canada.
Yeah, Mexico, Canada, the EU, and I think it was maybe an additional 50% on something else. Here, let's go through the. Oh,
Isn't he putting them on Japan too?
Possibly.
Did he decide against that?
Maybe he decided against it. I'm not sure, but yeah, 50%. Okay, so Trump sent similar letters to 23 other trading partners this week, including Canada, Japan, Brazil, setting blanket tariff rates ranging from 20 up to 50%, as well as a 50% tariff on copper, which would skyrocket, like, I think appliances, phones, like electronics and appliances, pretty much. So we're all fucking doomed, folks. U.S. president said 30% rate was, quote, separated from all sectorial tariffs, including indicating the 50% levies on steel and aluminum imports and 25% on auto parts.
Dude, that's
so yeah, it's not looking too great, to be honest.
Wait, is he? Oh man.
Yeah, the tariff deadline's August 1st, by the way.
And that's when they.
That's when the 30% and potentially 50% tariffs will kick in.
Go into place.
Is on August 1st.
That's rough, man.
And the stock market is not taking that into account. It won't, honestly, the stock market will not start. It's kind of now where it's like everything's kind of like not going up every day. But it'll start taking that into account.
When he announced this, it didn't crash as hard as
No, it didn't crash. I don't this was when we were at the beach, so I wasn't really paying attention to much. But as far as I heard, the stock market was like on new highs and just everything like, yeah. But with the stock market recently hitting new highs, the U.S. economy is still resilient. I think the U.S. economy will start like heating to the tariff thing like the day of, like August 1st.
When they go into place.
Yeah, because the stock market is really just like, it's not long term. It's like short term. It's like, okay, we have a couple weeks left. It's just gonna ride this wave out, and then like the stock market will tank. The yields on the government bonds will go up, and then Trump will like probably do the taco thing where he'll fold.
Taco Trump.
Oh, dude.
Taco Trump.
Next episode, we need to talk about like Chuck Schumer or like Hakeem Jeffries.
Schumer a little more.
Yeah. But, so yeah. And the EU is, it's not going to do any retaliatory. Oh, hey, Sasha. The EU isn't going to implement any tariffs against the U.S. Right on August 1st. I think they're going to try to negotiate as much as they can with the fail son Nepo baby. But yeah, I don't know what Mexico's response is. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah.
Pharmaceutical products make the majority of you.
Yeah, so your medication that your grandma can barely afford is about to like possibly go up by like 30% more.
Jesus Christ. Rate lower for Canada, Mexico lower than Canada.
Rate from because Trump actually likes Mexico.
He's like, he has a crush on like the leader.
Yeah, Claudia Sheinbaum. I love her so much.
I don't know. She's a socialist. I don't know if he likes her.
But
jeez, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. And then we can go to.
So okay, on the tariffs, like you were saying that the tariffs they did earlier this year, it seemingly are starting to have an effect on prices.
Yeah.
Higher inflation.
Yeah, that led to higher inflation. There was a report. Where's it at? It's the third article. Yeah. Inflation picked up. Actually, if you go back to the Google Doc, well, we can look at it here, but I do have I wrote like some points so I could So the economists are still split up on how much the tariffs will like rise costs. Everyone knows that it's pretty universal unless you're just unless you work for Trump or you're like just a MAGA brain person.
Like Stephen Miller.
Yeah, Stephen Miller and like.
It's gonna make everything cheaper somehow.
Yeah. It's gonna make every American industry will thrive.
It's gonna make manufacturing all here and also simultaneously make us be able to have enough income in the federal government to eliminate the income tax somehow.
Yeah.
At the same time. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's interesting
You can't have both of those things. You can only have one.
So tariffs, they're going to rise prices. They're going to make prices rise. Inflation rose in June by like 0.3%. So not very high, but it still makes a little bit of a difference, especially because the goal of the Federal Reserve is to get inflation down for 2%, but they've been trying to do that since Biden came in the office.
Right.
So Trump urged the Fed to cut by 3 points. He said, very low inflation. Goldman Sachs estimates that the U.S. consumers will pay 70% of the direct tariff cost.
Trump's like, it's like Jerome Powell. He controls inflation and he's making it higher.
Yeah.
He said we're gonna make it higher to make Trump look bad.
Yeah. No. Oh wait.
Jerome Powell, cut inflation now.
Yeah. Please, Jerome.
Lower inflation now, Jerome.
Please, Jerome.
Or I'll fire you.
Yeah. But
he writes an executive order. He's like, inflation is lower now.
yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't done that. Oh God.
The article.
But yeah, we can look in the article. So this is where it's at now. The purple is the core, which doesn't include like, I forget what core is. I don't fucking know. But
Well,
it's like
gone up for sure.
Yeah, it's gone up.
This is 2020.
Yeah, dude, look at rates were like 0. It doesn't even show the number for some reason, but
yeah.
rates were like flatlined in 2020
Interesting.
because
They
it was
shot
like
the hell up.
and then it shot up to that's what like killed Biden. Well, a lot of other things did.
Was this
but-
COVID right here? Probably.
Yeah, this was wait. No, COVID was down here 2020.
There's a recession right here.
Yeah. And we just did a little recession real quick. But
I mean, it's gone down pretty like
yeah,
until,
no.
like the Biden administration and all that had been doing like lowering inflation percentages for sure, quite significantly. But yeah, you can see it's starting to pick up a little bit more.
Yeah, the problem now I think the Fed has is like Trump, when are these prices going to increase from the tariffs that Trump's trying to like do austerity at home?
Yeah.
And now it's just like they have to wait because they don't really know when it's going to kick in. So they're just kind of like sitting.
We know that they are increasing prices at least to some.
No, yeah.
Because we saw when Trump was doing the tariffs, Amazon was like, we're gonna start showing.
Yeah. And then they went away.
What the part is because of the tariffs.
Yeah.
And then Trump was like, don't you dare do that. And
Yeah.
he's like, all right, fine, sorry.
Yeah.
And then Walmart, I think it also
Walmart was pretty
said-
vocal. They were like, we're going to raise prices
Yeah.
because it's going to happen.
A lot of companies have said that, but then also a lot of companies, the reason it's taking so long is because a lot of companies in preparation bought a bunch more.
Yeah.
So they had stockpiles of it. Also, you know, it's not gonna be the most overnight thing. It's gonna take time.
No, it's
but
going to take, we probably will see the prices kick in, like get higher probably in the fall.
And even with all of the tariffs that he's pulled back, like
Yeah.
we still, all the effect was done by the point that he took it off because it's gonna have an effect. Like it was, especially on some products, we had like essentially total blockades on certain countries. I think like China, we had like 240%.
We had a trade embargo on China.
240% tariff on China.
Yeah, everyone. Oh God.
There was like a couple weeks at least where like 0 things were bought from China.
Oh yeah, the California like shipyards, where the cargo ships come in. It was like
they're just like sitting there.
Yeah, no, they weren't even there. It was just empty. It was a ghost town.
Oh,
it was a ghost town. They say.
Fucking crazy.
The California like CEO shipyard or whatever, the CEO of like the yard and stuff. He's like, yeah, traffic's dropped like 35% like in just this week, and I don't even know what. It's probably back normal for now, or it's just now catching up to like where it was.
Right. So it looks like it's not super significant, but it is an increase.
Yeah, it is
for
an increase.
one of the first times
in a while.
So,
because
it's just a start.
Yeah, it's not even like
you can see it kind of. You know, obviously it goes up and down. So like it went down right here, and then it went up a little bit, and then it went back down. But yeah, this increase is probably the start of something a little bit more significant.
Yeah, people, it's just a wait and see game kind of thing for right now. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I'm just like, inflation's never gonna come fucking down. It's just gonna stay high.
Yeah, it's tough to.
The thing that might shoot up the most too is like gas prices, because we get a lot of oil from Canada. Oh, Canada. And then it looks like natural gas services is the one that's gonna shoot up the most. Like by like
dang, yeah, almost 15%.
Yeah.
Coffee, audio equipment. Oh shit. He put oh fuck.
He put a
tariff on podcasters?
on Shure mics.
Oh shit, that's probably good.
Yeah.
Beef, veal, college textbooks, motor vehicle repair, electricity, daycare and preschool, hospital services, shelter, things that are gonna go down. How does that work?
Smartphones.
What the fuck? How? Labor Department. What the fuck? I don't understand. Well, either way, this is enough, and I don't know how these things.
Dude, the thing is also is like housing might go up too, because especially new housing probably, because we get most of our lumber from Canada, so we don't have to like cut all of our like forest down.
Also, sand that we use for a lot of building as well is from like I think Japan, or we get it from other countries as well.
It's not even made in the U.S.
No, like we have to get this like high quality sand. Is my understanding, and yeah, we don't get it.
The only thing you can get made in the U.S. nowadays is like those pencils, and then like Hassan,
or three YouTubers, like leftists merch.
Yeah, that's like that's all you can get.
I think you can get the official MAGA merch is also made in the U.S.
No,
I'm pretty sure the official one, not all the knockoffs, but the official is. I'm pretty sure.
I swear, like most of his hats are like made in China.
Well, all the like ones that you buy at like those pop-up shops and at like a convenience store or whatever, those are all made in China or like fucking.
Okay.
By the way, when we were on that trip, when we went
to
North Carolina, I was looking around in this one little shop and I saw a fucking Gulf of America hat sitting in there, and I took a picture of it, but I posted it on my Instagram story. I was just like, the funniest thing is, it's made with recycled materials in a foreign country.
Oh yeah,
it's like they made a fucking MAGA hat with recycled materials in a foreign fucking country.
That's crazy.
That's so funny.
Yeah. No, that's like
But yeah, so you wanted to talk about one more thing?
Yeah. I want to talk about go up. I want to talk about the UN wrapped this thing. Yes.
Oh, reporter.
Yeah, the reporter. So she was sanctioned by the U.S. like last week. There's this here. Scroll down. There's this conference. Not sure. Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So yeah, this UN raptor hit was sanctioned by the U.S. last week. Has vowed not to be silenced, and she's also hailed this 30-nation conference at ending Israel's occupation of Palestine. Which, if you go to the second paragraph. It's a 2-day gathering in Colombia, starting on Tuesday, which was yesterday. I'm assuming that's what it means this week. It includes China, Spain, Qatar.
Oh.
And she says it comes at a quote in the existential hour for Israel and the Palestinian people. I don't know. It seems good, I guess.
So
it's just like a conference at like how to use the UN like framework to just like end Israel's occupation of Palestine. What measures can they take? It's pretty obvious in my opinion. I think the article's a little, I don't know, but I think it's decently good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I hope that something comes of it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It's important.
Yeah, but she was sanctioned pretty hard by the U.S.
Of course. U.S. is gonna she's gonna suddenly commit suicide.
Yeah, in a hotel room.
Yeah, gosh. In like a suicide proof. They're gonna arrest her and then she's gonna commit suicide somehow.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I hope that something comes of it. Free Palestine, mass amnesty.
Yeah, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Shout out
Palestine
Zoran.
will be free.
And abolish ICE.
Yeah, for real though.
My camera just died. So
okay.
We went for like an hour and almost 2 hours.
Wow.
So
dude, are we gonna do like 2-hour episodes every time?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you guys can't see me anymore. You just have to deal with Ryder's ugly face. No, but yeah, we probably won't go this long most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's the first episode and we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
We both wrote a lot.
Yeah.
And brought a lot. So next time we'll get to more of Ryder's stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut all of your stuff off.
I think I have an idea of how we can implement it better.
Yeah, because we brought similar, like you brought stuff about Palestine. Like it would have made more sense if we did the Palestine stuff when we were talking about Palestine earlier. So we can format it better. But
this was a test.
Yeah, it's the first episode. We'll get better at it as we go along. Yeah, be sure to subscribe, rate 5 stars if you're enjoying it.
Please.
We need it. No, but I had a good time. We will do more of these every single Friday.
Yeah, every single Friday. What time you think? Like 12 or?
We'll be posting at noon on Friday. Every single week.
Mark your calendars.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.